Hello, my name is Ashlea Fisher and I was involved in the group installation of Once Upon a Time. As a group project, we decided to select a theme that would support each of the arts as well as the learning areas of health and physical education, human and social science, mathematics, science, English and languages to ensure the design of the installation would flow and be innovative for our audience. Once Upon a Time was refined from our first choice of theme, fairy tales. This theme reflects suitability to primary age students as they are familiar with fairy tales through storytelling. Fairy tales are important to student learning as it teaches students analogy and symbolism. Fairy tales don't promise absolute, and that's why they are essential within student education. Fairy tales open up another world for young students' minds and support the development of students' creative thinking as it acknowledges that fairy tales fire children's imagination. Our group's aim was to capture the audience through retelling and celebrating an old fairy tale, The 12 Dancing Princesses, based on the different components of the arts. Identifying the close relationship between the arts domain and learning areas, we are able to showcase the interconnectedness of the set of skills, knowledge, behaviours, depositions that students develop and use in their learning across the curriculum. The 12 Dancing Princesses was once known as a German fairy tale published by the Brothers Grimm in 1812. The story tells of the adventure of the 12 princesses and their long nights of dancing. This fairy tale captured many components of the art as well as the learning areas. The Australian curriculum outlines that the arts are the learning area that draws together related but distinctive art forms. Each of the art forms involves different approaches to critical and creative thinking that reflect distinct bodies of knowledge, understanding, and skill. According to the Australian curriculum, the arts have the capacity to engage, inspire, and enrich all students, exciting their imagination and encouraging them to reach their creative and expressive potential. Within the Australian curriculum, the arts comprise of 5 subject areas. They are dance, drama, media arts, music, and visual arts. Within the installation, my focus worked with linking visual arts and human and social science together, incorporating the theme of Once Upon a Time. To ensure the better understanding of visual arts, the Australian curriculum outlines that the subject encompasses the fields of art, craft, and design. Learning in and through these fields, students create visual representations that communicate, challenge, and express their own and others' ideas as artists and audience. In particular, visual arts ensures that individually and collaboratively, students develop visual art techniques, materials, processes, and technologies, confidence, curiosity, imagination, and enjoyment. They develop awareness and respect for and acknowledgement of the diverse roles, innovations, traditions, histories, and cultures of artists, craftspeople, and designers, as well as visual arts as social and cultural practices, and industry as artists and audiences. Visual art supports students to view the world through various lenses and contexts. It helps students to develop understanding of the world, cultures, and their responsibility as global citizens. This concept of visual arts played a huge role in my creation of the installation as it shares a close relationship with human and social science understandings. This brings us to outlining the understanding of human and social science. Human and social science reflects the studies of history, geography, civics and citizenships, and economics and business. Through the study of human and social science, students will develop the ability to question, think critically, solve problems, communicate effectively, make decisions, and adapt to change. As the Australian curriculum has established 3 cross-curriculum perspectives to be explicitly evident in all curricular areas of teaching, I have chosen to focus on sustainability. Sustainability reflects relevant connectedness within the understanding of human and social science. The following links on the slide were used to guide my thought process in designing my installation. I chose curriculum links that allowed students to be open to interpretation through experimenting with visual conventions such as line and shape, as well as combining two or more visual art forms to build up the representation of the artwork. When looking at the links relevant to human and social science, the following were chosen. My aim was to incorporate the perspectives of different cultures and countries that make up the world's diversity. There are a number of educational theorists that have influenced my thinking and design towards the installation. One of the main theorists being the influence of Howard Gardner. According to Armstrong, his theory was based on the notion that intelligence is far more than IQ testing. Therefore, he proposed the 8 different intelligences to ensure a broader range of human potential in both children and adults. The intelligences that will relate directly to my installation based on visual arts and human and social science include spatial intelligence, naturalist intelligence, and also interpersonal intelligence. In comparison, transformative learning theory develops autonomous thinking and is the process of effective change in a frame of reference. Transformative learners move towards a frame of reference that is more inclusive, discriminating, self-reflective, and integrative of experiences they are a part of. This theory influenced my research behind the curricular link of human and social science within the installation. Through creating experiences that students to encounter critical reflection within their learning allows a chance of personal transformation to occur as the habit of mind is changing. Another theory that influenced the installation was based on the work of Vygotsky. Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory relates to both cognitive and social development. He emphasizes the importance of relationships and interactions between children and older peers. In addition to these theorists, the constructivism theory applies to the ideas explored within my installation, as effective teaching would help students with construction rather than instruction. Piaget was the founder of this theory and implies that students learn through constructing upon the knowledge they already are familiar with. This is relevant to the design and research of the installation as it acknowledges that students learn through different experiences as it builds upon their existing knowledge. Now that I have explored the design and influences towards my installation, I am now going to share with you the inspiration behind my installation. For many years, I have always showed interest in art, especially visual art. I liked the design and craft behind visual art through painting and watercolor as well as drawing. One of the main artists that have inspired me within creating this installation is Simon Barlow. His artwork reflects realism through a number of different paintings. The work he does through seascape inspired me to focus my installation on a landscape. The realism of his artwork has inspired me to incorporate real aspect towards my artwork for the installation. Another source of inspiration was found when researching culture. I came across an article on the BBC website based on culture, posing the question, what do our flags say about us? The article evoked me thinking that our country's flags do say a lot about our identity as a community as well as individuals. It is a sense of culture and belonging we share with one another as strangers and with people familiar to us. This links strongly with my learning area of human and social science. My involvement within the installation allowed me to incorporate visual arts with a strong influence of human social science as well as sustainability. I brought a strong focus of cultural identity through my artwork as well as incorporating a number of visual conventions. I was able to provide my group with a large-scale landscape background that was used as a backdrop for the installation. In regards to using this installation as a future teaching resource, the project connects to various types of learning that students can explore within the classroom that is relevant to them. In terms of incorporating ICT within the installation, my group and I used iMovie to collate our ideas together to present the final project. As well as this, the music that is identified within the installation was recorded with using an iPhone. Acknowledging that ICT is a growing trend within our society, it is important to be aware of the role it plays within our schools and students' learning. I hope this presentation has highlighted the interconnectedness the arts share with other learning areas. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy watching the group installation on Once Upon a Time.